What's up, everybody? Hi, Carrie. Oh, sorry, my headset's going wacky. I think you guys can hear me. There we go. Headset's dying. Lost my recipe for my bhajis. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Novarak. You can hear me, nice. Hi, Gubbins. You having internet issues? Did you get my Steam message? I haven't been on Steam. Sorry. Well, I am. I mean, Steam's on my computer, but I literally I don't know, for like the past 20 minutes or so, I've just been hanging out, washing, and setting up my laptop in here. So it might have gone through. I just didn't see it. But I'll check as soon as I get back to my PC. How am I doing today? Doing alright. Doing alright. It's going to be a bit of a busy stream. I'm trying to organize. I'm trying to work out the best way to do this. And you know what? Mobile websites are one of the worst things humanity's ever invented. Because they always have like so many adverts, and they've just got full of ads. They're full of like resetting the page pop-ups, and you're just like, like you have like, let's say this is your mobile, like from here, and you'll probably see about that much because the rest of it's just ads. It's like, oh geez. Right, we have to do two separate things today. We're making a chicken madras. We're also making carrot and onion bhajis. Now, I've made these before, and they've gone well. I've done them before a couple of times, but I can't find, for the life of me, the recipe that I did them before. Now, I vaguely remember all the ingredients. All the ingredients on these other recipes seem the same, but it's like riding without stabilizers, you know? You know you can do it, but just gotta have that confidence to jump in. Any sea Santa? Oh, I haven't added sea Santa. My bad. Did not get added. Meant to do that today. Where is Maine? Maine? What main thing am I making? I'm making a madras, which is a type of curry. If that's what you're asking. So yeah. Can't see Sea Santa. Sea Santa I haven't re-added, unfortunately. I forgot. I was supposed to do that earlier today. I did get a reminder from A1, but I forgot. Again, I re-forgot. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is prep all the stuff for the madras, and then prep the stuff for the bhajis. And while the madras is bubbling away, how sharp is the knife? It's pretty sharp. So I've got onion, I need to do ginger, I need to do chili, and I need to do the coriander. Right, let's just get on with it. The outside of this onion is gone a bit manky. I'll chop it like that. So I can get rid of the nasty bits. That'll be better for... But I hope everyone had a good day. I had a little bit of a line this morning. A little bit of a line, and then went to the shops. And then I caught up with TV shows. I took out the rubbish. I took out the recycling. A lot of tidying up. Then I played a little bit of video games. I'm done with Lost Judgment now. Done everything I could on that. Everything I wanted to do at least. And I'm done with the Miles Morales Spider-Man. Make my eyes sting a little bit here. My eyes are burning. Claudia just sent me a TikTok that I've already seen. Right, so that's the onion done. He forgot. Could I kill someone with this knife? I mean, if I wanted to, I could, I guess. It is that sharp. Okay, I should have chili in here. This only asks for like half a red chili, but you're doing the whole chili. The other thing we need to prepare is the ginger. And this is all the stuff that's kind of going into the base of the madras. And then we need to do the stuff for the bhajis. There is a little bit of crossover, but I can do that while things are cooking in the madras, because we need to let that simmer for a while. And essentially we need to make like a batter for the bhajis and then put it together. I'm going to put the chilies up there. Get the ginger now, if I can find it. Here it is. Time to reset the seasons again. So yes, I'll make sure it's back for tomorrow. Really should have done it today, but I just didn't. So there is a better method to peel your ginger, using like the end of a spoon, but ain't nobody got time for that. Get my recipe out, please. Thank you. Right, time to dice this ginger up. You have time for that? Yeah, okay. If you want to do that with your ginger, then by all means. I'm going to assume that we have a warm-up for our game today. So I have games in under a couple of hours. So I can't be hanging around peeling ginger with a spoon. You get me? Last bit. And then we can start adding this into the pan. And then, oh actually no, I need to do some coriander as well. Actually I don't need to do the coriander now, coriander comes later. Okay, we actually do need to do a lot more chopping later on for our, and we need to do some grating for our bhajis, but like I said, we can deal with that later. Whew. You're being ignored. Do you want me to read out every message that gets written in the chat, or how does it work? It's kind of hard when I am chopping and getting on with things, because I can't always look over at my laptop, unfortunately. So I use my turmeric, cumin, and coriander. Turmeric, cumin, and coriander. And chili powder, or does that go in later? Yeah, chili powder now. Oh, it's all going to get a little bit mad. Everything going on. So we've got some oil in the pan now. I'm not going to move the camera just yet because I'm going to be moving it back and forth otherwise. We're going to let the oil heat up, then we're going to throw in everything together, and we're going to let that do its thing. And then I need to sort out the chicken. I'm going to do that while the that's heating up. Because what we don't want is what I don't want is the okay, this is going to be awkward because I do not have a platform to do it because I cannot use my chopping board. Yeah, the thing with this pan is that we do get some stickage. So I've got to make sure things are moving in there. You know what I mean? So we're going to be adding in things, but keeping an eye on it. Not constantly stirring it because we do want it to kind of do its thing, but also not leaving it unattended. This is a bit brutal, this method of doing things. So once we've put the onion, chili, and ginger, garlic, all of that goes in, we give that a bit of time. Then we add some spices, cumin, turmeric, coriander, and some chili powder, so we like it spicy. What we do then is add the chicken, and then that gets cooked. And during that moment, we get some other things ready. And then when we have a bit more of a liquid base of the tomatoes being added and everything, that's when we can actually start working on the bhajis. Alright, so as always, very difficult to get stuff off of this chopping board. I don't know why it has a ridge around the edge. But we're throwing in the onion, we're throwing in the chili, throwing in the ginger, if I get the opportunity to do so. I'm going to give that a good mix around in a second. Yeah, ideally you want a chopping board with the edges flat, because then you can just use the knife to scoop it off into the thing, rather than it collecting in little grooves around the edges. Right, I need my wooden spoon. Give that a stir, because otherwise it will stick. We do not want stuff to stick on the bottom, otherwise it's going to burn. Where's my garlic? Want a nice amount of garlic. As much as we're going to get out of that. Okay, I think you guys can hear me again. I accidentally pulled out the cords for my headset. Okay, we're just letting this soften. Now, what you can do with a madras, and is what normally you can do, or if you want to skip this step entirely, is buy like a madras paste. And that will include all of like the stuff we've just put in, as well as the spices. And then you kind of put that in, and then you add the chicken. Very, very simple to do it that way. But we're obviously doing it our way. Hi Anchor Boss, hey Tillen, how you guys doing? And hi Scatman, looking forward to FFF tomorrow? Yes! Yes, I installed the game today, so I'm ready. Looking forward to it. Okay, we need to put the extractor fan on, so I apologize for the background noise. Okay, so now we're going to be putting in our spices. So we've got turmeric, we have cumin. Fun fact, at one point we had four different jars of turmeric in our cupboard, and all of them were a different brand. We put in some coriander, and then we got some hot chili powder. Now the amount of chili powder you add is dependent on how hot you want your curry. If you're not someone who likes a lot of heat, don't add a lot of hot chili powder. So I'm mixing this around now. See if you guys will look at what it looks like. Again, the camera with all the steam doesn't do it justice, but it's got like a bit of a brown look. We just make sure all the spices, everything that we put in there and chopped up, it starts off a little bit wet because the moisture comes out of the onions and stuff like that. But then after a while, like the spices kind of absorb up into it, if that makes sense. So yeah. And what we want to do is just stir this around a bit. We don't want stuff to get caught. We don't want it to burn. But what we do want is the spices to get toasted. Okay, so it's looking good in there right now. Now what I'm going to do is add the chicken. So we've thrown in our chicken that we chopped earlier. This is completely raw chicken, mind you. This is where it gets cooked. But first, what we want to do is get it all covered in all the spices we've just added. If you're actually really not a spice person, then maybe don't make a curry, but you can like not have the hot chili powder in. You can skip the chili powder. You can put in less raw chilies. You can do all sorts of different things. Okay, so we're going to wait for the chicken to get a bit of colour. It's very pink at the moment. I'm going to prepare this, which are chopped tomatoes, which we'll be adding in soon. We want the chicken to basically be kind of, not cooked, but we want it to have colour all around really. It will continue to get cooked, but we want it to get colour on the outside, because at the moment it's just like pure raw. And we don't want to like boil it, so doing it this way. So I've got my chopped tomatoes ready to add. And that's where like our liquid comes in. I need to get my lid. Is this the right lid? Yes, I think. Yes. Now we're putting it on this hob, but we will be using this hob to fry our bhajis later. But it's good because we need this just simmering on a low heat. We're actually going to turn the heat down now in preparation. We just want it simmering on a low heat, so then we could just easily pop it onto the other hob over here, and then have our main stuff on the other side. It's looking good now. So now I'm going to put in the chopped tomatoes. And give that a nice stir in. Okay, now what we need to do is add in some salt. Actually need a decent amount of salt on this one. Which is kind of different from a tikka, where you're usually putting in things like sugar, other stuff to make it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So now we cover. Put our spoon to one side, and we're going to leave that for a while. Okay, so now we need to prepare for our bhajis. We also need to get rice on the go, which Does mean I'm going to run out of hobs. That's okay. So for our bhajis, what we need is onion, carrots, because we're doing carrot and onion bhajis, and a lot of the same spices we've just used. A couple of changes, but also some other things. So if you've ever had an Indian before, you may well have had onion bhajis. It's the same concept, except these ones have carrot in as well. And honestly, I really like them. I had loads of carrot left over one time, saw this recipe and I was like, screw it, let's give it a go. And yeah, they are really nice. For the record, the madras that we've got going on now, it needs about half an hour just simmering, which gives us lots of time to play with in doing everything else, sorting out the rice, you know, and sorting out the bhajis, which is why I like to do the onion bhajis, because it gives me something to do while I'm waiting. Normally, if I had nothing else to do, like if I wasn't doing an extra thing, all I'd have to do right now is wait for the madras and sort out the rice when the time came. But this way it keeps my hands busy and means we've got a little extra. So I'll be doing jasmine rice as well. So we're just going to slice the onion so that it's like long like that. That's what we want. We're not dicing it like we did for the actual curry. We're just doing it nice and long. This can is empty. You can go over here. That jar is empty. You can go in there. Okay, we're going to get our grater. We bhajing, yes. How am I, Chef Carlos? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Yeah. It's a me. No, it's okay, for some reason, my headset keeps yanking out, so I apologize. How much more carrot do I need? That should be enough. We will see. So just top and tail the carrots. You can even use older carrots. A couple of these carrots are a bit older. Oh my god, what is going on with me today? Ugh, dropping everything, fumbling. Right, just checking on the madras stand again, by the way. Just checking on it and giving it a stir. It's just, yeah, doing its thing. Doing its thing. It smells lovely. It'll smell even better when it's done. Yeah, I've had a day. Had a day. It's been alright. Yeah, things have been alright, I guess. Okay, just remembering, we do have. Yes, we do. Okay. So, because we need a little bit of corn flour, because essentially what you do when you're making these is you're getting. We're going to be grating this carrot and taking the strands of carrot, the strands of onion, putting it in a bowl, mixing it in with a bunch of spices, cumin seeds, nigella seeds, and then we'll be putting in a bit of corn flour and water. And what that does, it makes everything into a bit of a sticky paste. And then what you can do from there is mold them into balls. You mold them into whatever shape you want, but we're going to be molding them into sort of balls. And how they stay in balls when people do them, I don't know. I think maybe they deep fry them, but we'll be shallow frying them in a frying pan, and what that means is they end up being a little bit flat, but they still taste good. So what we want to do, you don't want to grate it that way. You want to grate it like lengthways, right? Because we want long strands of carrot. Now the problem with doing it this way is invariably you don't actually get, I mean, look at that strand. That's quite a long strand. This is kind of what we want. One thing we are going to have to do, I'll explain later, we're going to try and get some of the moisture out. We'll do that in a moment. Now, when we're grating this way, try not to grate half your hand off, because you end up with like a chunk that becomes almost impossible to grate. I don't know if there's any pro graters out there. Tony Hawk Pro Grater, I don't know. But yeah, so the onion and the carrot actually has a lot of moisture in it. As you can see, my hands are kind of like glistening right now because like of the moisture coming out of the carrot. And we don't want excess moisture in our veg when we're making a bhaji. So what we're going to do is get some kitchen towel and we're going to put the onion and the carrot on there. I'm going to put the onion and carrot on there, and then we're going to sprinkle it with salt. And what that does is brings out the moisture, and the kitchen towel will soak it up, and we will try to remove that excess moisture. Now it sounds a little bit weird because we will be adding water, like I said, with the corn flour, but at least this way we start off with like dry product, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I made an absolute mess, which is good, because that's how I work in the kitchen. Make a mess and clean it later. So just get the grater, get all of that. That's a lot of carrot actually, I might have done too much. You guys hear me okay? I don't know whether this headset's dying or something. Ugh. See you later, Angry Bus. Okay, we need our bowl. Put that here. I need to swap recipe. Excuse me. Think it's fine? Thank you. Okay. I don't need my bowl yet. What am I doing? So like I said, we're going to get some kitchen towel. We're going to plop our carrot on there. We're going to spread it out. Yes, you can see what's going on, right? Yeah. We got our onion and do the same. Oh, and I've turned off the hob. Because electric hob! Yay! Okay. You can see like how wet the chopping board is. You can't really, because the camera does not. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got all of that veg there. I'm going to sprinkle some salt across it. And that's going to bring out some of the moisture. And I'm just going to take it. Oh my god, I did. Okay. Oh, fuck. We lost some onion. It's fine. There was loads of onion in there anyway. I've turned off the hob again. Because, you know what the great thing about electric hobs is? Not a lot. Okay, so we're just going to let that onion and stuff over there do its thing. Somehow I'm getting tangled up in my headset cable again. And just keep doing this. Okay, now one thing we do need for both the madras and the bhajis is some coriander. So we've got some coriander leaves here. Just going to pull off the leaves. so we don't end up with just stalks. And what we'll be doing, so that gets added into the madras quite late on. We'll be stirring that in towards the end. And they get added into the mixture for the bhajis now. So while our carrot and onion is de-moisturizing, I guess. I don't know what the word is. We'll just pluck some of these leaves. And we'll stir this in, like I said, a little bit later on. But for now, we'll get it ready so that we can add everything into our bowl later. Now, I don't want to add the stuff into the bowl yet because we want the base to be the carrot and the onion. So it'll be a case of carrot and onion, then the spices, then the fresh coriander, and then we'll be good to go. So we got some coriander here. Just going to roughly chop it. You don't need it to be super fine or anything, because when we stir it into the madras, having larger portions in there is okay. Just making sure there's no massive leaves, but that's good. So we got our chopped coriander there. That is now ready. Oh, I don't know what's going on with me today. I might be high or something. I don't know if this is even happening. I'm all over the place. Stuff. You fucking kidding me? Okay, stuff's just jumping out of the fridge at me now. Maybe my house is haunted. I don't know. Fucking Casper's in here. It's messing me about. Okay. Phew. We're good. So what I need is cumin, got some ground cumin, that. I'll put a little bit of chili powder in there. Don't need you guys anymore. You're a spare. Now we should have cumin seeds here, yes, and nigella seeds here. Seeds in. Seem to remember. No, that's the extra ground cumin. So where's the extra cumin seeds? Huh. Right. Wait a second. Did I buy more today? I did. Where did I put the extra cumin seeds? There they are. I'm blind. So our boy, our madras, slowly doing his thing. Have a little look at it, a little bubbling away. You cut a can of Red Bull instead of the actual thing. That's great. Sometimes, yes, I don't know what's going on. I keep dropping everything. Right, this stuff I need to put away. Otherwise it's going to be in my way. I need to get my big pan out. Yeah, so it normally isn't this hectic making a curry. Normally it's like nice and calm and it's like, yay, the curry is just bubbling away and we don't have to do anything, but doing extras is, excuse me, it's, where things get a little bit crazy. here. Oh my god! What is happening? Why is my cable? Is something wrong with my cable? It keeps getting like under my leg. I don't know what's happening. It's like it never normally does this. It's a long cable, I get it, but it's like constantly gravitating underneath my right foot for some reason. Dear oh dear. It's all going wrong. Okay, what time is it? Okay, so time's getting on, and we need to think about the rice. Let's put that on then. Get the other saucepan ready for the rice. So we've got some basmati rice. Put that up there. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more kitchen towel, and this is where we're just going to get all that moisture out of the veg. Lots of it's already come out. I'm just going to slurp up some more. It doesn't need to be an exact science, like, it doesn't need to be all of it. Just going to bring the bowl over here to make it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this keeps being yanked out. 4 years nearly I've been doing this, and I don't know why now it's starting to fall out all the time. Okay, so we have our carrot and our onion. Sans some moisture in the bowl now. Is it really short? No, it's very long. But for some reason it's just getting caught under my leg all the time. It's kind of annoying me now. We're going to throw some of the coriander in with the veg. I've doing the rice now as well. So we've got the rice on the boil. And then this is where we add in cumin powder. We add in cumin seeds. We add in some nigella seeds. And we add in some chili powder. And oh, was that? Yeah, these two are both empty. That's good. So we save space in the cupboard now. The empties are getting removed. Pop these back in. Did I see the World Cup results from today? I did. Kind of big ones, right? Kind of big ones because I think that means Morocco win the group. Morocco win the group, and Croatia second, Belgium out. Kind of big results. Belgium and Canada were your two to qualify from that group. Really, you didn't rate Croatia at all? Croatia for me were always going to be like going through, I think. Like in my head, Croatia still, like Modric is still one of the best midfielders in the world. I don't know how he does it when he's, you know, the age that he is. But yeah, for me, Croatia got Kovacic, they've got Modric, Kramaric, they've got like a number of good players. But Belgium, I would have said, you know, would have been number one in that group. And, you know, I would have said Belgium number one in that group. So yeah, Morocco top and Belgium out is a big surprise. So I'm hoping no big surprises later. I'm hoping Spain grind out a nice easy win. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Right, so this is where things are getting like really a little bit hectic now. So I do apologize if I'm not reading chat or anything like that. We've thrown in some water, and again you're probably thinking, what, you want the moisture out of the veg, but then you put in moisture with corn flour, and then we're making like a batter. Hey Andreas, we're making like a batter essentially with the veg and the spices and everything that we had before, and you want it to be like a really sticky kind of, yeah, just blob. It's not going to ever be like super solid, and that's okay. We just want it to be nice and sticky that you can kind of pull out clumps from. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try and do that. I'm just wondering whether I do it straight into the pan, or that probably will be best. Just trying not to have too many changes, because otherwise we end up in a situation where we're losing ingredients, right? So I'm just going to give this a wipe down quickly, because we're going to be moving our madras over to the hob over here. Dry it off nice and quick. So we're going to put this over here. Madras has been in there for like 15-20 minutes now. I'm going to give it a quick stir. It's looking good. Last thing we need to do for the madras is stir in the coriander we've got here. So right now we have our madras here, and I'm going to move you guys over a bit. So we got the madras here, the rice there, and on this hob in a second we're going to be sorting out our bhajis. And for that I'm going to, oh, see, it almost happened again. What is it? It's because I'm wearing slippers. Maybe it's the slippers. Slippers have betrayed me. So I need my big pan. I need big pan. I need oil. And I need to turn up the heat on this one a bit. And we have our bowl over here of stuff. And I'm going to mold them into balls and plop them in there. And I'm not going to be too exact about it. I'm going to just mold, plop, in we go. I'm going to... Okay, so once this is heated up a bit, I'm going to get a plate out for our finished bhajis that we can put on the side. And the plan is to have the rice finished, the madras ready, and the bhajis completed by the time, well, all at the same time, I guess. That's what I'm looking for there. That's the dream. I always say my ability to put everything together was always my weakness, but I think I'm getting better at it. Last few times I've tried to sync things together, it's turned out pretty well. So, still not sure what I'm going to do for a roast for my last stream of the last cooking stream. I haven't really looked for a goose. I know I said I've never eaten goose, but I'll see. If I can't find a goose, maybe I'll just do like a chicken. Little roast, little boy, little roast bird, little lad. Okay, so, oh, that just dribbled everywhere. Brilliant. Okay, so rice is on the go, madras is bubbling away, and our bhajis will be added into this soon. So all I need to do now is, for the madras, the last thing I need to do is put in the chopped coriander. For the rice, it's pretty much just wait and serve. And for the bhajis, well, obviously we're about to get into, we've made the batter. I'm hoping, because like I said at the start of the stream, I could not find the original recipe that I used to make. So I'm hoping that I remembered everything. I think I did. Well, anyway, I can't really see because you guys are blocked by the rice now. Don't say anything rude. Don't say anything rude. Right, we're just waiting for the oil. It's getting to it. So I'm going to try and make some balls now. Make some bhajis. Just kind of molding them into these balls. They will not stay as balls. So that's a bhaji. I'm going to pop it in the oil. It gives me a little sizzle. That means it's happy. Sizzle is like, yeah, this is where I want to be. So I'm just going to mold these into the balls now. Put them in, and invariably they will not stay as balls. They will end up being flattened down, because as I flip them to make sure everything is evenly cooked, they end up getting a bit flat. I'm guessing people deep fry them in like other places. I don't know how they do it. Any wizards out there can tell me. I thought I'd done too much, and I feel like I don't have as much batter as I normally do. So maybe there's something I forgot. Hopefully not. As long as it tastes good. That's the end result I'm aiming for. If it looks good, that's cool. If it tastes good, that's the main thing. Okay, we've got one more coming. I seem to remember that I'm always making about 6 or 7. You hope when they are in there for a little bit, they will get a little bit of, they'll get a bit more solid, shall we say, on the base, so that they stay together a little bit more. It's what we want, because otherwise, when we try to turn them over, it's not going to be, it's going to get even messier. It will not end well. Okay, I'm going to move this plate over. Hi Ernest. I can see your name, and I can see a sea face, sea gold rather. I can't see anything else, I'm afraid. Check the madras. Give it a little stir. It's looking good. Rice is probably the bottleneck at this point. It's the thing we're going to be waiting for. Okay, I'm just going to give a little bit of time to the bhajis there, so it gives me a moment to dry up these bowls. Clean as you go, and there's stuff to do later. So we just want them to be nice and crispy on one side, and then we turn them over, and it has to be in like a fluid motion pretty much, because if we can do that, then we can land them like, how do I explain this? The top is a little bit, if you do it slowly, the top is going to like all fall apart, and you'll end up with it everywhere. So you've got to use the base as like a gripping point almost. And then you flip them so that it lands on the soft stuff, and then that will compact, and yeah, you'll end up with hopefully a whole bhaji rather than just bits of fried veg everywhere. And then once they are kind of solidified a little bit, that's good. That's looking good. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to flip you over. See, they're looking nice and crispy. That's exactly what we want. That one could do a little bit more, to be honest. Then I'll leave the other ones then, if they need a little bit more. But yeah, I highly recommend this. You can see how easy it is. Grate some carrot, chops, like slice some onion, bit of spices in there, bit of corn flour, splash of water, and then just plop them in there. And yeah, they're really tasty. Right, I have a moment. Can I read this? You want to make food, but it's too far. Do you have a kitchen next to your desk? Get them grippers involved. See, the problem with the grippers, I get some tongs. We do have a pair of tongs. Problem with these is that if you do it when they're still soft, it will just like squish them and then they end up crap. I'm at my feet? Oh. You think I'm a chimp? Using spatula for onion bhaji, not a true chef. They're not onion bhajis, they're onion and carrot bhajis actually. Please get the dish correct. Okay, I'm going to try. Oh. This one's just fucked, I think. Now I'm going to put you down here. I'm going to put you in the middle because you need more cooking time. A little bit's come off of some of them. That's by virtue of them not being crispy enough and the flip not being entirely smooth. Okay, but we're good, we're good, we're good. If it walks like a chimp, like a chimp, drops Ubers like a chimp. I don't think I've dropped Uber all season, actually. In fact, I think I've dropped more Ubers on the enemy team than, I don't know. You haven't had Indian food in a while? Need to get a good restaurant near you? Yeah, it's always nice to have like options, right? When me and Cloudy moved here, the first kind of couple of weeks we tried out different takeaways. You know, we tried out various like Chinese places, Thai places, Indian places, just trying to find like good places to order from. We have a really nice, I don't even want to, it's called a Chinese takeaway, but they have Chinese, Indonesian, Malaysian, they have all sorts of food there, and it's really, really nice. And we have an Indian that we order from. We had one that we used to order from, but the guy would basically like do a drive-by drop-off. he'd be like, food's on its way, and we're like, okay. He's like, be ready outside, and then he'd like drive the car past and just like put the bag out the window. One time he pulled up, and he was just like, food's in the boot, and I was like, okay. And he just looked at me for like not a long time, but enough time that he was maybe waiting for me to offer to get it out of the boot for him. And he was like, all right, give me a minute. I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude. The food was alright, but we've had another place that's actually just as good. Yeah, I mean, last time I had Indian food was when I cooked, I think I made a tikka, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, something like that. And Cloud doesn't usually make Indian curries, or he hasn't done for a long time, but he does really nice Thai curries. We had Thai curry last week, I think, before. We have a lot of Mexican food in this house. Cloudy is a pro at making the fajitas. These two are getting connected. Excuse me? You remember that tikka looked glorious? You know what? I have to say my tikka does go down well. It's very nice. I do like my tikka. It's a recipe I found years ago, but it's really, really tasty. It's really nice with just some rice and a naan. I don't know what I'm going to cook next week. What do I cook next week, guys? I think I've got some mince in the freezer. So maybe something to do with mince. I done lasagna not long ago. I did cottage pie not long ago. I'll have to have a look. Sometimes scrims just go monkey mode. Yeah. Can't help it if the scrims go monkey mode. I think it's our last official today. I'm not sure if this is the final week or not. Right, what is the time? Okay, the Madras has had enough now. So, the Madras now is waiting on everything else. So when you was 25 years ago? Hey. Look, when I was 25... Wait, when was I 25? What year is it? I think 25 was when I went. Okay, I think I'm back. I think 25 was when I went to my first LAN. Or TF2 LAN, I should say. Right, this bhaji is looking good. Let's just check the others. This is actually where I could use my tongs now. TBH honest. Okay, that one looks good. You need a little bit more on the other side. You are good. You need a little bit more on this side. This one is falling apart. That's okay. Hello? Hi, Creek. What's going on? It is, let's go full monkey mode. I'm ready. Crits only tonight? Guess you guys are not in playoffs? What do you mean, Jordan? Why are you guessing that? Why would you guess that? Oh, I'm guessing you guys are shit, is basically what you just said. Well, guess what, Jordan? We are in playoffs. In fact, we're undefeated this season. In fact, we just won LAN. So how does that make you feel? A little bit foolish, probably. A little bit foolish. Maybe thinking twice before you're judging, you're putting your judgment on people. What was the moral of the story of Lost Judgment? I've been playing it for a month. Lost Judgment. Don't judge others before you lose judgment. You just opened the tables. Shit, he's onto me. He knows I'm lying. My there? Yeah, I pulled out the cable. For some reason, like I'm wearing slippers because if I don't wear socks, you guys take pictures of my feet. But also it's really cold. If I wear socks on this floor, I slide everywhere, and I don't want to slide and knock myself out on stream because then I'll be on live stream fails. So then I'm wearing my slippers, but now for some reason that combo results in me yanking out my headset cables. So looking at a webcam and mic. Nice. Alright, I think it's time. I think we're ready. Are you ready, chat? Right, what I am going to do, I'm going to take the lid off the Madras. You guys can't see this. So you just go take my word for it. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to take the coriander, the chopped coriander that we had before that's been on the chopping board for the past 20 minutes now. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to give it a cheeky stir. Adds a bit of colour, but also adds a little bit of flavour. That fresh coriander going in right at the end there. Right, so that's everything ready now. I mean, you can just use a headset mic. That's what I did for a long time when I was streaming. Okay, how do I do this? Fluffy jasmine rice, check. Mess made in kitchen, double check. Bhajis burning behind my back, you better believe it. Okay, I'm going to move the camera over here. Whoa, hope you guys didn't get dizzy. I'm going to take this chopping board and put it over here. I'm going to grab my dishes. And then what we do, hi Ray. We get a nice spoonful of that. Oh baby, look at that. What are you thinking, gang? Is this a dub or an L? Or is it they say, you know what, one of my favorite Twitter accounts? Footy Scran. It's where they show the food that you can buy at various football stadiums, also other sports stadiums. It's mostly football ones, and then they scran or not scran. You decide. There's some good stuff on there, and then there's some absolute tragic stuff on there. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I need a fucking wireless headset for my kitchen as well, I think. Okay, and then we get the bhajis. No, that one's a bit soft. Okay. Probably overdone the bhajis, not gonna lie. But oh well. Well, gang, that is it. That is Chicken Madras with onion bhajis. Sorry, not even onion bhajis, are they? They're onion and carrot bhajis. My mistake. Forgot an integral piece. Where's my spoon? Just trying to tidy up a little bit of mess here before I disappear. So obviously you don't have to make chicken madras if you want to make these bhajis. Just make them with anything. Pretty easy to make, but they're a good accompaniment for curries or anything like that. If you want to give them a try. Didn't need this plate in the end. Pop that back. Headset was pulled out again. It's been one of those days. Alright. Makes you want food? Get some food, dude. Alright, gang. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys later. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow gaming. We are back to gaming. I'll be starting Final Fantasy 9 tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. Back to Final Fantasy Fridays. And yeah. Dead by Daylight Saturday, Pokemon Sunday, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Anyway, hope you all have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves, and thanks again for joining me. Bye. Wait a second. I just looked at my alerts. Gubbins. Wait, hold up. Rewind. Thank you, Jordan, for the 66 months. Christmas. I have 4 assignments to make. Bruh. Good luck with your assignments. Thank you, Jordan. Gubbins, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Andreas, thank you for the 37 months. And Gubbins, thank you for the gift sub to Amaranth. Gubbins gifted a tier 1 sub to Amaranth. So there we go. We'll see if she turns up to the stream. Probably unlikely. But thank you very much for the subs today, guys. Sorry my alerts don't work on my laptop. Alright, everybody. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.